Seattle in the early 1980s. A quiet city suddenly haunted by a predator hiding in plain sight. What seemed like isolated disappearances would soon unravel into one of the darkest true crime stories in American history. Gary Leon Ridgway was born in 1949 in Salt Lake City, Utah, and raised in a troubled home in Washington state. His childhood was far from normal. His father worked in a mortuary, often sharing disturbing stories at the dinner table, while his mother was described as controlling and harsh. Teachers noticed Ridgway struggled academically, graduating high school with below-average grades. At just 16, he committed his first violent act, stabbing a 6-year-old boy who miraculously survived. After high school, Ridgway joined the Navy, serving in Vietnam, where he reportedly contracted sexually transmitted diseases that deepened his resentment toward women. These seeds of anger and dysfunction would later grow into something far worse. In the early 1980s, Ridgway began targeting vulnerable women, many from Seattle's Highway 99 corridor. He would offer rides, gain their trust, then carry out his crimes, leaving bodies near rivers, forests, and remote areas. He became meticulous, often revisiting scenes, sometimes moving remains to confuse police. The number of missing women quickly climbed, and investigators formed the Green River Task Force, one of the largest manhunts in U.S. history. Still, Ridgway blended into society, working steady jobs, marrying multiple times, and even joining church activities. To neighbors and co-workers, he was quiet and ordinary. But by the mid-1980s, dozens of women had vanished, all connected by one shadowy figure authorities couldn't yet prove. Ridgway was interviewed several times throughout the investigation, but always managed to convince detectives he was innocent. He even passed a polygraph test in the 1980s. For years, evidence was too weak to tie him directly to the crimes. But by the late 1990s, DNA technology advanced. Samples preserved from victims finally matched Ridgway. In 2001, he was arrested outside the truck plant where he worked. Facing overwhelming forensic evidence, Ridgway struck a deal. In exchange for avoiding the death penalty, he confessed to dozens of crimes, leading investigators to sites they had long searched in vain. Ultimately, he admitted to killing 71 women, though he hinted there may have been more. In 2003, Gary Ridgway was sentenced to life in prison without parole, the most prolific confirmed serial offender in U.S. history. His lack of remorse stunned families in the courtroom. He admitted he thought he was cleaning up the streets and described the killings with chilling calm. Even today, detectives believe there may still be victims undiscovered. Ridgway remains in prison, a reminder of how someone so ordinary could hide such extraordinary evil for decades. But here's the chilling question. With Ridgway confessing to 71 murders and hinting at more, do you believe we'll ever know the true number of his victims? Leave your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more unsettling stories.